Good morning, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. I'm happy you're here. It's another beautiful day in San Diego. Today we're out here on Old Highway 94. I'm starting on its westernmost end. That's where it's Campo Road, and it starts right where it dead ends into the 54 Hamu Road. So we're gonna follow 94 east all the way out to Boulevard, California, where it dead ends just as we're going to drop into the Ocotillo Pass. And unfortunately, the only way down the Ocotillo Pass is on Interstate 8. But it's a nice 50-mile ride, and we've got plenty of stops along the way. So get ready for some of that content that involves these places you may be interested in stopping along your rides. Let's get to it. Let's go riding. Okay, you can see by the map up here, we're going to be starting on the western end of Highway 94 near Rancho San Diego, Hamu. We'll be traveling approximately 66 miles all the way till the road ends out in Mountain Empire. Now it's worth noting here that once we get to Boulevard, California, Old Highway 80 and Highway 94 combine into one road till the end right there in Mountain Empire. Alright, let's get to it. We've got several stops to make along the way. I'm excited for today's video. Let's go. Okay, one of the things I love about Highway 94 starting out here is that we're only a little less than 20 miles away from downtown San Diego, if you can believe that. So in just over 15 minutes we can be out here enjoying this scenery, the mountains, the twisty roads. Fantastic way to start a day. Soon we'll be entering the little town of Hamu. Here it is. Quite a rural area out here. A lot of horses. We got a feed store here, gas station. Also a casino is what it's well known for out here. We'll skip that for now. Past the casino, we drop into this gorgeous valley. Just up ahead is Honey Springs Trail to our left, and Otay Lakes Road to the right, which we covered in a previous video. Check that out if that might interest you. Okay, as we move on, gaining some elevation, we really get to enjoy some twisties in the road here on our way to our first stop, which will be the Dolzura Mini Market. Fantastic place to stop. I was just here with Ricky Bobber, fellow YouTuber from San Diego. Fantastic guy. Love this section of road. Let's just kick back and enjoy it. Right up ahead here on our right is going to be the Dolzura Mini Market. Stop in here if you can. You won't regret it at all. Let's take a look around. Okay, here we are, Dolzura Mini Market. Excellent stop along your route. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They have the grill behind me fired up, fresh grilled meats, tons of Mexican food, basically a full menu. During the week they have a limited menu, which they just started. Today is birria as a special for the day. There is a small little post office right on the other side of the market. There is a restroom here. You need to get the key and it's up the hill. But all in all, an excellent stopping off point on your travels. Let's get back on the road and get to our next destination. Okay, as we pull out of the Dolzura Mini Market, we're we're gonna head on to our next stop, which is the border town of Tecate. We'll stop on the American side because we're not going to cross the border today. On our way, we're going to go through what used to be a common stopping point in Barrett Junction. Okay, here we can see the little valley where Barrett Junction is. There used to be a real popular restaurant down here on the valley floor. However, I haven't seen any activity there since COVID. I think it might be a COVID casualty, unfortunately. It looked like a very popular spot. Great descent into the valley here. Just a wonderful section of road. Up here, there we are. On our left here is Barrett Junction. That Quonset hut is where the old restaurant was. Now as we leave the valley, we'll again gain elevation and enjoy quite a few twisties on our way to Tecate. Here we are, the little spur, the 188 that heads to the border crossing at Tecate. I think it's only a couple of miles. Really interesting town, Tecate. Yeah, 2 miles to the border. Interesting town, Tecate. Quite a dichotomy for a border town. As we start to roll into Tecate, California, a lot of what you see on the other side is on the Mexican side. Just a huge, sprawling metropolis, and on the California side, not much. Gas station, a couple little buildings. That's about it. Kind of strange. Usually border towns are quite large on both sides. Love this little plaque here. Okay, heading back to get on the 94 from the 188. We'll get back on track here. Tecate is one of my favorite border crossings. Nice and easy both ways. Okay, we'll head on out of Tecate here. We're gonna head through a little town called Potrero on our way to Campo. Not much to see in Potrero. Here we are, we're going to see all of Potrero here in the next instant. There's a community center, this little post office here on the left, a little market up here on the right. I've never been in there, we'll have to stop one day. And that's it, you've seen it. Okay, we're now making our way down into Campo. I've got kind of an interesting little stop for you coming up. There's a railroad museum here to the right. Never been there. I think there's a CBP station here as well. Immigration. There used to be a border crossing there. Way back. No longer. This is what we're here for, folks. Let's get to it. Okay, here we are at this fascinating old stone building located just off of the 94 in Campo. It's the Gaskill Brothers Stone Store Museum, and there's also a Heinz military gallery back over here. Now I believe this is usually only open on the weekends, and we're here during the week. So I thought I'd just stop by and give a brief overview. There is a historic site marker here, and it says that the Campo Stone Store, the pioneer Gaskill brothers, built in 1868. They built a frame store which was raided on December 4th, 1875 by border bandits, and this fort-like replacement stone building was built in 1885. Now it fell into disrepair and was bought in 1938 and given to San Diego County and restored from 1943 to 1948 as a museum. Now over on another marker it says that some Italian prisoners of war were stored in the old barracks because there was an old border crossing here and there was a army outpost right there to protect the area from Mexican bandits during the Mexican Revolution. The Italians helped rebuild this stone structure, it says in a limited way, from 1943 to 1945. Fascinating building. Maybe we'll stop back here on a weekend when we can go inside and take a look. But for now, okay, I also thought I should give you a view of what it looks like from the 94 so you realize where it's at and don't drive by it. It's just over the bridge here that crosses a little river as you come into the old section of Campo. A lot of people nowadays think of Campo as the area known as Cameron's Corner. Now we're going to be heading there next, so let's hit the road. Okay, Internet, here we are in Cameron's Corner, not Cameron Corners. Interesting name, no idea about the history, but I'm here at the El Paso Taco Shop. Now this is one of those old hexagon buildings. It's been here forever. I hear different stories that these things used to be water towers, then they were ice cream stores back in the day, but this El Paso Taco Shop has been here for at least the last 25 years. Some excellent food out here on your journey. Now also in Cameron's Corner, there are two gas stations. You have this one behind me, a smaller one, and you have a bigger Sinclair across the street. Both have food, drinks, gas, everything you'd expect. Okay, heading out of Cameron Corners. See, I did it. Cameron's Corner. We pass this interesting little place. Tons of super old trucks, buses, vans, semis, everything here at this old mill right next to the railroad tracks. And we'll go up and over. Alright, next on the agenda, we're going to head towards Jacumba Hot Springs. We're going to go through a little bit of twisties here, and then we're going to reach Boulevard, California, which is where the 94 joins Old Highway 80, and they run together all the way to the end where they dump you onto the 8 right at the Ocotillo Pass. Oh, I forgot, there's a cool trestle, should be coming up shortly. Okay, I can see the trestle now. Pretty cool. I think there's some hiking here where you hike across this trestle. I don't think this is live track anymore, though I've never done it. Cool stuff out here. Okay, let's make our way to where the 94 and Old Highway 80 join up and run together. You'll know it by this little store here right at the junction. I was confused as to whether this was actually the 94 or if the 94 just ended here, but there was a sign that said 94 East continues to the right there. I don't know if you caught that. Alright, heading into Jacumba Hot Springs, or the town of Hakama, I guess, technically. Here's our border wall. Interesting, it just kind of appears and it's right there, right in your face. Interesting bit of modern architecture, I guess is the way to put it. Just stark out here in the desert when you see it. It's just shocking every time I see it. Okay, we're coming up on the town of Hakama. As we roll into Hakama, please be careful. The speed limit drops very suddenly to 25 miles an hour, though nothing ever seems to be going on here much. Jacumba's always been famous for one thing, the hot springs right here on the left. Opened in the 1800s and has been a well-known destination ever since. Currently under construction. It hasn't been open for a while. Hopefully when it does open, it will be another destination for those on two wheels. Okay, let's roll on, shall we? Okay, everybody, this is almost the end of the line. Thanks for joining me on our journey. This is almost where Highway 94 will dump you onto Interstate 8 eastbound just before you drop into the Ocotillo Pass. I believe that when Interstate 8 was constructed, they used part of the old road that was already cut through the rock. It's tremendously rocky. There's a huge loss of elevation, quite a curvy road that had to be blasted through the rock. And this is the end of the line for Old Highway 94. Just around this corner is where that happens. You can see behind me the border wall. That's how close we are to the border here. That's it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the journey. I hope you've enjoyed some of the sites we've stopped at, some of the points of interest. If you like this kind of content, please like the video, subscribe, hit the little bell so you can be notified when I post future videos. Again, I'm Back Highway Brian. Thanks for joining me as I explored Old Highway 94. Have a great day.